How about you guys? What have you guys been up to? I watch the show. I mean, I occasionally, not every week, but
highlights. I know what you watch. Highlights. Everybody watches.
No. And I want to know why you guys don't have your own highlights channel. But I do. I watch the show like when I'm editing and when I just have humdrum busy work and emails and stuff. I'll throw it on. Typically when Tucker's on and stuff like that. So I know the synopsis, but anything exciting that I'm
through
missing?
phases myself, right? And I get like so deep into things. I get it pretty deep into Escape from Tarkov, where I was playing almost all my waking hours for a while. My kick for the last, I don't know, 8 months or so have been fitness and motorcycles. That's where I spend my time. I still fly my paramotor. Nice. The paramotor guys all tease me that I don't fly enough.
I'm going to be honest. I watched the paramotor videos.
Did you?
So I'm a little disappointed.
I stopped making those, and then the paramotor community fusses at me for that. And I really just made those to give back. Like, you guys are YouTube professionals. How much do I make on a paramotor video? Like $32, something like that.
Worth the work going in.
No, it wasn't worth it at all. It was always about giving back. But then the fame I got in that little community is not fun to live with. Everyone has an opinion on you and about you. Everything you say is dissected. People just like fucking fire up threads in the community. What do you think of this guy? And it's, don't you think this guy's better than that guy?
The damn paramotor community. Hey, listen. Hey, listen here, paramotor community. All right, listen. If you guys you want a piece of Woody, you're gonna have to go through me. It's like
it sounds like the Facebook group for my HOA,
dude.
Exactly. You're like, oh.
But it was a lot more taking away than like what I was getting from it. And I did that for years. And after a while, I was like, yeah, no more videos. I'm done. I've given back. So that's what's up.
Yeah, it seems pointless to do. Like if the paramotoring community wants you to make content because it's good for the paramotoring community, they need to pay you to make that content.
The paramotoring community.
Or I'm fine.
Like the manufacturers, the people who make wings, the people who make the engines, the people who like have businesses where people are trained to fly paramotors, like, the big money making entities of paramotor. Big para.
and I would get like the smallest. I got some deals, but like I say a paramotor's $9,000 and the guy selling it makes like $4,000 profit on each. He'd knock off like $500 for me.
Shit!
Practically insulting. Like, it's like, keep your 500 and I'll just not be beholden to anyone.
Yeah. Ideally, how about you give me 2 of them? That way, when it inevitably breaks down, I don't embarrass your product by being like, well, we can't make a video today because Jim Bob's paramotor is a piece of shit. So we're just going to make a video of trying to fix it or going through their warranty department. And then you give me X amount of money on top of that.
Yeah.
It's what it would ideally be.
The deal started getting better. One was, first year I buy the paramotor cost, which was like $3,000 instead of $8,000. And then every year after that, I get a free paramotor, which, nice. Is a little better. But it also involved like flying out to Italy and touring the facility and probably making a video the first year. And COVID hit, the whole Italy thing.
I'm so sorry for you. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
A
trip to Italy.
Yeah. Wow.
It's flying around the Med. That's terrible.
Okay, you're right. But yeah. So I just stopped making videos because it was all give and no take.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a super small community. It's almost like trying to make money as like a paintballer or something like that. I feel like there's just not a lot of money in that community. Like It's so small. It's so
super niche.
There's some airsoft guys who make really good videos. The editing is outstanding. It looks like Call of Duty. They have crosshairs on their screen.
The sniper guy? Like a Norwegian sniper guy. And I watch like all of his stuff. You're right. The overlay looks great. And the way he edits it feels like you're in an action movie. So I do watch some of those.
He tells a story with it too. Yeah. Like oftentimes, like he'll set up the villain. Like, this guy doesn't admit when he gets hit. So, here comes super talent against cheater, and it's fun to watch. He does such a good job.
I think I remember that video, and he shoots him like 6 times, and he's
Stuff
like
that.
Yeah.
That's another one where I don't think you could make a lot of money doing that, right? Like,
well, he gets million view videos, so there's money in there.
That'll do it.
All right, but we're talking about a space that has enough room for like 2 creators, right?
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
fun
then-
to talk to professionals. Sorry, to cut you off, Kyle. Like these guys fucking know. Earlier in the conversation, you're like, yeah, there's a big market for Portuguese videos, but the CPMs are lower. And it's like,
Hey, you gotta think.
Even if you're making million view airsoft videos, right? Like, I bet they're high effort. Like he's editing a lot,
yeah.
and he's
yeah.
probably he's going out and like filming at least for one day, probably more, and then like are there manufacturers backing him up? Like, is this sponsored by J&J Airsoft Company, and they're paying him like a rate or paying him a CPM? Like, probably not. I don't know.
You just
I'm
made
not sure.
you just made me realize his nightmare. Like, you know how we have days where you just get bad gameplay? You're just like, I just didn't get, like, this guy is like, fuck, I gotta go back to the range again. Like, get more gameplay.
The SD card fails or something.
Oh, no.
on his face. Oh,
His mic was muted the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so possible.
Like all the audio's fucked or
Oh, yeah,
something. Yeah, that stuff I'm sure has happened.
Yeah.
And it's just not a space where you can just make a ton of money. You want something that, like, I don't know. I always say those cosmetic channels were like always such incredible money makers. It's like, oh man, if you're a pretty girl who knows how to put makeup on, you've just got it made. You just got it made.
The effort to money ratio is outstanding.
Yeah.
Right. Like Kyle was saying, they're high effort, but almost all million view videos are pretty high effort. But the cosmetic girls, it seems like they can just sit on their bed, apply some blush, and it's not that bad. It's certainly no Mr. Beast video.
Same as financial advice. I would loop them in as well. Super high CPM, super easy to make, just sitting and talking. Gaming is too. Gaming doesn't get the CPMs that either one of those do.
The thing about financial advice is it's almost like comp sci or cybersecurity in that you have to live and breathe it. You have to watch it all day long. Like the basic kind of financial advice I got or I have done, like you would get from school, that wears out in 5 videos. After that, it's why Bitcoin did what it did today. And to make that video, you have to watch the news all day long with a passion.